I wonder what I should review today.
Camera's on.
Oh, Hey everybody, my name is George. Welcome back to another episode of X-Cube Disconnects. Today, we're going to review something unique. For you Vancouverites, you probably have gone through a massive heat wave a couple weeks back, and now another one is coming. And for those of you who could not get an air conditioner, Mr. Uni found a portable air conditioner. I don't know if it works or not, but let's try it out. Mr. Uni. Mr. Uni. Hello. Oh, hi. Yes, this is what we're going to review today. The Arctic Air Pure Chill. The idea behind this is, obviously this unit is kind of small, so it can't cool down the entire room, but imagine it as a mini fan where you can add ice cubes or you can freeze the filter, and that'll cool the temperature in terms of a close distance. So let's open this and try this out. Let's open this up here. Let's see what is included in this box. As usual, there is the manual that's included, a regular wall charger, packaging, and the portable AC unit. So this is the AC unit. Check out the size of this thing. I don't know how this is going to cool down the room, but we'll give it a shot. So this little unit is quite unique. The way that you power this thing is by using this wall charger. It's got a little hole in the back, and that's where you plug the power into. So what you do is you open up the lid on the top. That's where you pour the water in. You can also put ice cubes in there. One of the things that we've seen is that there's a little bit of a dip here from the top. If you put ice cubes in the middle, it's going to get in the way, so you kind of have to push the ice cubes to the side. But other than that, it's easy to pour the water in, and it's easy to put the ice in. Let's open up the filter and take the filter out. It is also recommended to pre-soak the filter and place it in a freezer for a couple hours or overnight, and then you can put it in and run it along with the water to cool down. Other options available on here: light LED button, which allows you to change different colors on the top, as well as the fan button to turn it on. So we're ready to test this Arctic Air Pure Chill. Now the question is, how do we properly test this? Don't worry, we've got an infrared thermometer. We're going to try different methods. The first method we're going to test is just using cold water in here. The second method is we're going to add ice cubes in the cold water, see if that makes any difference. The third method is we're going to freeze the filter, and we're going to see if that drops the temperature. Ready to go? So before we get started and before we turn the machine on, we need to find out what the room temperature is, aside from looking at my forehead and sweat dripping down. The room temperature currently is 31.9 degrees Celsius. And the temperature of the machine while it's idle, it's not turned on yet. Let's take a look to see what the temperature is. The temperature is currently 31 degrees Celsius. So let's get to testing. We're gonna add one more testing in here, and that is without any water, without any ice, without pre-soaking the filter. Let's just turn the machine on and see if that makes a difference. The temperature is 30.7 degrees Celsius. In addition, you can control the fan speed by pressing the on button. And there you go. You can control the fan speed and then turn it off. One thing to note, it can get quite loud. So on to our first official test. We're gonna dump in cold water from the fridge and test it out. Now there's multiple ways you could do this. You can lift the lid and pour in some water, or you can cover the lid and pour from the top. Now I'd recommend opening the lid so you can see how much water you're pouring in. And I'm just gonna pour about halfway through so that we can add ice a little bit later. So now that we have cold water in here, let's test it out and see. And again, the room is currently 31.8 degrees Celsius. Let me turn it on. It feels kind of the same, but I can't really know for sure. That's why we got this. (28.9 degrees Celsius. That already dropped a little bit. But the true test is, I'm gonna ask Mr. Uni to come here, borrow his head. So Mr. Uni, what do you think? Is it cold? My initial gut reaction is, it is a nice fan. As far as cold water goes, yeah, it's maybe 1 degree or 2 degrees colder than the room temperature. So I would probably classify that as a really good fan. And if you turn it up to the high speed, then it's just a really good, strong fan. But if I point it right in the middle, it's currently about 25, 24. That's actually pretty cold compared to the room temperature of 31.4. All right, moving on to the next test. We've got some ice cubes here. We're gonna throw it in there. Let's see if it actually drops the temperature even more. Let's see, we got 1, we got 2, we got 3, 4. So now that the ice is in there, let's see what the temperature is. Let's try it out. Minus 2.2 degrees Celsius. Let's turn it on, see if it actually is cooler. On the onset, from my hand perspective, I don't feel much difference. Feels about the same, but it's not an accurate way of testing. That's why we got this. 22, 23, 24. I think the true test is, let's get Mr. Uni to come back and let's borrow his face again. So Mr. Uni, what do you think? Is it colder? So for the next test, we ran this filter under cold water. It's nice and soaked. Let's see if that makes a difference. One thing to note, these filters, you can buy extras. So if you want to, you can always pre-soak it, put it in the freezer, and then rotate the filters. But they do recommend replacing these filters every 3 to 6 months. Turning it on. I think it feels cooler. I think it does. But obviously, that's not very accurate. So let's test the thermometer. 22 degrees Celsius. 22 degrees Celsius, I'm just kind of averaging it. When I get down to the middle, it's about 23 degrees. Move up to the top, it's about 22 degrees. So it seems like it did drop maybe another degree or so. As always, Mr. Uni's head is more accurate. So let's ask Mr. Uni to test it out. Mr. Uni, what do you think? Is it even colder? So we just took this out from the freezer and you could probably see ice from the bottom. Okay, so we put this in the freezer for about an hour. It's recommended to put it overnight just so you get this nice cold filter. But for demonstration purposes, we put this in the freezer for about an hour. And we're gonna test to see if that makes a difference. Let's try it out. Turn it on. Instantly, I can feel that it is colder. Let's try it with a thermometer and see. It is blowing 10 or 11 and a half degrees. So 10 and a half or 11 degrees, and I'm just kind of measuring different areas to see. So it's ranging between 15 degrees to about 11 degrees Celsius. That is a dramatic drop from the original 20-something degrees. The room temperature is still 30.1 degrees Celsius right now. So without further ado, let's ask Mr. Uni's face. So what do you think, Mr. Uni? Ice cold filter, is that better? There we have it. We tested the Arctic Air Pure Chill. What do we think? Well, let's start with this. It is basically a mini fan, and you can adjust the speeds of the fan. The difference is you can put in cold water, and you can put in ice, or you can freeze the filter. And that will determine the cold air that comes out. Is it really cold? Well, you could tell from the thermometer. It did drop from 25 degrees all the way down to about maybe between 11 to 15 degrees Celsius. Is it going to cool the room? No. Is it going to cool your face? Maybe. But that means you got to put your face right in front of it for like half an hour. In conclusion, what do we think about this Arctic Air Pure Chill? I would say if you want a cool, nifty fan that also has colorful lights, then by all means go for it. But if you're looking for something that really wants to cool you down, I would recommend buying a real air conditioner. This device cannot cool your room. And I can tell you that because we're in this room, and this room has been a steady 30, 31 degrees Celsius, and it's boiling hot. And we had this machine turned on for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes, and you can't feel a thing. Other than the fact that if it was blowing directly at you, then sure. And the other thing you have to think about is, although it has night light features and you want to, let's say, put it beside your bed and cool you down, and even if it's facing you, you still have to put up with the loud white noise. If you are a white noise type of person, then perhaps that'll put you to sleep. But if you're a light sleeper and you can't stand noise, well, this thing is going to drive you insane. So, have you used this before? Let us know what you think. Leave comments below and let us know if it works for you or if it doesn't. We're curious to hear. As always, if you like this video, please make sure to hit that like button as well as the big red subscribe button. And don't forget to hit the notification bell as well. Until the next review, please stay safe.
Okay, so we're going to see if this little Arctic air thing works. You're supposed to put water in it and it's supposed to cool the air. But then when I got it, realized you're supposed to take the filter out and freeze it. Who's going to do that? But it's still supposed to work if you just fill it with water and turn it on. So we've got 72 degrees. Nothing coming out. I don't have it on. So let's turn it on. It's fancy too. You can change the light color. Ooh, so fancy. So, anyway, we're going to see if this blows cool air. So what it does is it mists water in front of a little filter in the back. It kind of feels cool air. I wonder if it takes a little while to work though. Yeah, 73 still. Still 73. Oh, 72. 73. Yeah, so it's just a fan. We'll give it a little bit. I'll let it run for a little while and see if it, in fact, gets cool. Yeah, now it's getting warmer. How's it getting warmer? How's that possible? We'll pause this and we'll see if it gets cooler after the air, the filter gets moist. Okay, this thing's been running for 5 minutes, and you can see it only went down a degree or two. No, it didn't. See, it's 73. So, it's not working. I think I only paid $39 for it. So we'll try to soak the filter like it says, and put it in the freezer. It says for better results or best results. There's the filter, and they don't tell you that on the outside of the box or anything. They tell you right here after you open it. Pre-soak for best results. Place in the freezer. Until frozen. Replace every 3 to 6 months. Yeah, this thing's a money pit. I should send it back. Guess we'll try to freeze it and see what happens. Okay, so it did lower to 69, and that's not frozen. I just soaked the filter in water. 70. Yeah, so I mean it's a little bit lower depending on where you scan it. 69 right in the center. 67. Huh. So if you put water on it, it seems to work. Because it's a lot better than 73. And I do feel the air is cooler. Huh. So I'll try this again, and I will actually freeze it and see if it works better. But I mean, why wouldn't it? It's just like putting ice in a cooler and putting a fan in it with a blowhole out of the side. I mean, that works too. Probably better than this, but we'll see. Okay, with the filter out, it's back up to 72. So the filter's in the freezer right now. We'll leave it in there for, I don't know, 45 minutes. It takes an hour for stuff to freeze, so I don't know. Yeah, 72, 73. So it might work a little. Okay, so it pops, snapples, pops, snaps, crackles. Whoa! 51 degrees. Okay, so it does work, but I don't know for how long. I mean, how long is it going to take that thing to melt? So on broad spectrum, it's still 54. Right in the center. 49. Okay, so it works. In different places, different, but 53, 52. It's a lot better than 73 like it was before. Okay, so there you go, it works. But I don't know for how long. That is really cold air. So it does work, but until that filter obviously thaws. So that's what they don't tell you on the outside of the box. So it's got little fibers that absorb water, and you put it in the freezer and you freeze it, and then you slide it in there and shut the door and turn her on, and then the water mists in there. So if you pull it out and you look inside, you can see the water that mists down and it goes through the filter, so that helps keep it cold. So I don't know how long, how quick that's going to thaw, but I mean, sitting on your desk working, paying bills or whatnot for, half hour, 20 minutes, I suppose that'll work. The only problem is you got to freeze the filter for it to work. But there you go. It does work. 54. It's almost 10 degrees lower than it was. Alright, $39. It works. I just don't offer how long. I gotta let it run. Go put my clothes away. And then I'll come back up here, so it's a quarter after. We'll check it. I'll leave it running. Okay, 15 minutes later. What do we got going here? 66. Definitely warm it up. 65. Ooh. That's 15 minutes. So obviously, when the filter melts, it does get warmer. So it's a piece of junk and it doesn't work. Don't buy it. Unless, of course, you just want a fan, because that's about all it's good for.
I've tried to rig this up myself. I put ice water in there and I put copper wire, trying to make this thing more efficient. No matter what I do, it's just blowing regular warm air. There's no mist. This has been full since 2 days ago. It's not even using the water. And if it is, it's very little bit. It's not even worth your time. So do not buy this device. This is a piece of crap. With the filter, even if you ice the filter, it only stays frozen for about 10 minutes, then it's thawed and dried out. This is completely waste of time and money. If you're gonna get one, get this one. You can actually see the mist coming out. And this is cool. Like, I can feel it. It is freezing on my skin. You know, this one's actually working. Look at this one. Nothing. And I think this is just the design. This is just how it is. Ignore my copper tubing that I bought to try to make this thing work better. But it's a waste of money, waste of time. Do not get this device. Do not get this one. If you're gonna get one, get something like that. This one feels amazing. And it's battery, you can take it anywhere. Man, what a piece of crap.
This thing just does not stay on at all. Like, it'll just go out consistently. I mean, it just does not stay on at all. Yep, see, it just does not stay on. It'll go on, it'll trick you, it'll stay on for a second, but nope. Don't buy this product. I mean, the price may be good for something somewhat like this, but I mean, you're probably just going to spend more money to get a better one that actually works. Do not buy this product.
As you can see, the product is on. So here it is off. Here it is on, and the fan in there, I don't know if you can see, is not moving. So it's creating just a like a cold fog situation. It's not actually blowing anything around, but the light is cool. You can change the colors of the light. I like that. Just wish it made my room cold.
Keeps cutting off. It won't stay on.
It was working fine, and then it just died on me, so I don't know. It's unplugged now, but I tried to plug it in, plug it out, everything. I looked inside, don't know. Never dropped it, just died on its own.
Ça marche puis ça marche pas. Je pèse pour mon air, puis il n'y a absolument rien. Elle allume, mais elle fait rien. Désolée.